Yesterday I have given assignment, right? So anybody did that one? Yes, yesterday I have given one application, that is Amazon application. Let me open that. You I have sent right. Okay. One is order table. For that, I told you to create the. These are all the main parent tables. This is the child list table. Okay. Here again, address table will be the child table for the customer. Customer is the master table, product and address. These are all the master table to this one. Okay. If you are considering ETL, if anybody attended the ETL classes means there will be some snowflake schema and star schema like that. There will be some tables will be defined. Okay. So by using foreign key only, those EDW concepts will be implemented. Okay. After making the relationships, this become the this is having the matrix, okay, which is containing the each dimensions, okay, that is separate tables for that. Okay, these are all the master tables and this will be the child table. It is defined by separately for each and everything. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. You are able to see my screen, right? Okay, if anybody created already, just give me that one so that I will show you all the people. Anybody did? Can you share your screen? Yeah, yes, open that one. Open your screen. Have you inserted any values to the tables, master tables and child tables? Some noise is coming. The customer table. I told you to create customer ID as a primary key, right? Okay, you are created as a table level. Okay, and you have inserted the values for the customer table. Okay, come down. Same way you are defined for the product. Okay, references of customer table. Why product customer ID required in product table? That will be having amount and all, right? Why you are considering the customer ID? Its product ID is not equal to customer ID, right? You are telling the if the values are existed in the product means, see, product means if you are purchasing the bags or purchasing the pens, everything in any shop, if you are taking the billing bills, there will be some product IDs. If you are taking any this one any invoices and all means there will be some product IDs. Okay, that is not equal to customer IDs. That will be different. Okay, that is actually product is completely independent table from the customer table. Okay, Next, address table. Address table and this one. Okay. Okay. This one you have done the delete cascade on delete set null. Okay. Okay. Let me create from my end. Okay. So that our people will. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Anybody done? Other than Vinith. Okay. See here, what is the master table? Customer and product table both are completely independent tables. Here, see here, I am not referring any customer ID in the customer from the customer table here, product table. But here I am referring the customer ID from this one, and here I am referring the two fields here, address ID and customer ID. Okay, those two fields I am referring here. Even I am referring the address type also. So these three combinations we need to make as a primary key in this table, and these three fields should be refer in the this table. Okay, just we'll create this table. First, which one we need to create? Master tables, right? Let me query. I guess my customer table will be there. Okay, table is not existed. Is my screen is visible clearly? Okay, let me create customer table. Pushpa, you have created tables, right? I can change the constraint. Yeah, then that case. Al- Yeah, if already name is used means you can change the name. That's it. Customer. Yeah, you can change anywhere. Wherever you are defining on last you are where defining, right? So there you can change that one. Okay. What are all the initial table colors? Customer ID, customer name, path, right? Customer ID, underscore name. That will be some varchar2. Okay. And path number will be varchar2. Okay. Next UPI ID will be number varchar2. Next default address. That will be varchar2, right? Okay. These are all the fields. Here, which one I am considering as a primary key? Let me naming in that. Okay. Constraint pk underscore custom. Okay, of cust ID. Primary key, right? We need to mention the constraint type. Okay. Constraint spelling is correct, right? Okay. primary key. Everybody is clear this one? If you want, I will make this one. Okay, I am taking the columns customer ID, customer name, phone number, UPI, and default address constraint. Constraint as the customer ID as the primary key. Okay. Okay, I have created the customer table. Next, what I have to do? Next table would be address table. In this one, address table need to refer the customer ID and what are all the fields you need to cover? Only one field, right? Customer ID you need to refer here. Required, you can add the default address. Here, default address, you can combine the address ID and address type, customer ID. All three fields you can refer here if required. Otherwise, you can keep this one. Okay. Next field will be create table. Okay, table name is what? Address. Okay, address ID. ADR underscore ID, that will be number. Next, customer ID. We need to refer that one, right? Customer underscore ID, that will be number. And next, door number. That and all where kept. Okay. Next, village where kept. Okay. Next, let me add another fields, address and address pin number. Okay, pin would be number of 6 characters only, right? Pin name. Next, address type. That address type you can add before adding the address. Okay, ADR underscore type, that would be varchar. Okay, these are all the fields I have added for the address table. Okay, address ID, customer ID, and address type. Next here, varchar of 100, village, town. Okay, whatever you want you can add. Mandal, that is varchar. These are all the address fields, right? Here, what is the primary for us primary key? This combination, right? Address type, address ID, customer ID, and address type. This will be the unique key. Okay, or you can make this is the primary key. Okay, add constraint. Okay, not add. We need to add constraint. Okay, already we have added constraint address ID as the primary key. Constraint pk underscore addr, and constraint type is what? Primary key. Primary key of address ID. Okay, this is unique key number. You can refer from this one. Okay, if you are giving single address ID, it will take only one. Okay, I want to make three columns. Okay, address ID, and you can give address type. Okay, either building or home address. Okay, let's see. Okay, table is created. Address, I am giving the primary key as three fields. Next, product table is completely independent, right? After defining the parent table, then only you can able to create the child tables. This you are clear, right? So before creating the order table, you should be create the product table. Okay, let me create that one. Create table product. What are all the fields here? Product ID, that would be number, and product name, that would be varchar 2 of. Okay. Next, unit price. Unit price means individual price. Okay. That is number. Next, discount. There will be lot of fields are there. Okay, like when it is purchased, when it is transported. If you want to add transport details, you can add that one also. No issue. Let's here add the product ID as the primary key. Okay, this you can add a column level. Okay, constraint pk underscore prod. Okay, I have created the product table. So I have defined all master table. Next, I can define the child tables also. Okay, how we can define? Next, create table orders, right? Orders. So here, what is the column names? Order ID. That will be unique for all the times. That will be always number. Next, cust ID. Cust ID is what? Number type. You, data type should be same from the base table. Base table means it's a your parent table. Okay, that should be data type should be same. Next, product ID. Product ID is, it is also number. Okay. Next, order date. This is whenever you are doing the business, that the date will consider. Okay. Next, address ID. Address ID. Next, address type. That is number. Address type. That is varchar 2 of 10. Okay. Next, quantity. How many you are purchasing? Okay, quantity will be number. Next, payment. Total amount. Okay. Payment. Payment will be varchar 2. How you made that one? Okay. This everybody is clear, right? As of now. Now you need to refer these tables in where? In the order table. Correct, right? Yes or no? How you can refer that one? Here you can add the constraint as the order. This one. Order ID as the primary key for this one. Okay. So how you can make primary key of which one? Order ID. If you want, you can give name also. This is not a mandatory. Okay, by giving the names and all. If you are providing, it will take the your names. Otherwise, it will take the system default names. By default, it will take. Okay, pk underscore order. Okay, primary key of order ID. Okay, this you are clear. Next, you need to refer the tables. Okay, what are all the tables you need to refer? Foreign key. Okay, which one? You need to refer the customer ID. If the customer is exist, then only you can able to place the order. So how we can add that one? Constraint fk underscore custom. Okay, foreign key, right? foreign key of which one? You need to refer this column. Here it may be customer ID or something. Okay, customer ID you can give this one. There actually customer ID. If you want, you can give that one. No issue. This should be references from where? Table of which table? Customer table, right? Customer of cust ID. See, if you are referring another table means you should be pass here that primary key only. Okay, here it is the primary key, right? So this should be primary key. You will be refer same column here. Okay. Next, I want to refer the address table. How I can refer? Constraint FK. Can anybody tell me now how I can refer that? Hmm. Yeah, I want to add three columns, not a single column. Okay. So how I can define means we have to refer this one. Okay, customer ID here and address type and address number. Okay, there is address ID. Yeah, address ID. Okay, you need to refer three. Okay, these three columns you can refer, or you can ignore this one. Just you can customer ID and address ID. Okay, anyway, it will be there in address type here that will we can pick. Okay, just drop the table. Let me add one more constraint here. Drop table address. I recreated the table. Okay, I am referring the foreign key from the address table. Okay, references of references. What is the column? What is the table? Address table. So two columns you can refer here. What is customer ID, comma address ID. This combination. Okay. Next, I want to refer product table also, right? So how you can add that one? Same way, constraint fk of product. What is the if the products are there in the product table? If the products are there in inventory, then only you can able to add the as a foreign key in some other table. Okay, otherwise you cannot do that one. References of which table? Product table. Okay, which is prod ID. Okay, is this clear? I told you here also need to refer the customer ID. Okay, let me add here also FK and cust address. Okay, constraint FK address. Here you can refer the foreign key of what is the column name? Customer ID. Okay, from which table you need to refer the references of which table? Customer table. Customer of cust ID. Okay, now you are referring the two columns here, customer ID and address ID. Let me create this one. What is the problem? Invalid identifier. Where? Okay, here we need to pass the foreign key. Okay, Here we need to refer that one. Correct, right? Okay. Still in an invalid pro, product ID. Oh yeah, product ID, prod ID. Okay. Instead of this one, prod ID. Yes. Okay. Any other changes required? Still it is giving the need to specify the data type. This column, you need to check the data types. Where I am missing. Order ID is number, that's fine. Okay, that is primary key. Customer ID is number. Here also numbers only. And customer of cust ID, I don't think so. These are all character. Customer ID and address ID. All are numbers only, right? The required data type of the column missing. Where I'm missing? Yeah, here I'm missing. Okay, here it should be defined as a date. Okay, table is orders created. Anybody have any doubts in this one? I am referring the foreign keys from the different tables. Okay, in this table there may be columns names will be different, but you have to give that name foreign key of that particular column. If it is same, you can use same. That is no issue. But if the column name is different, means definitely you have to give the if you are while adding the table type constraints, means you have to give the keyword as the constraint as the foreign key. Hello, somebody is sharing. Is my screen is visible now? Okay, constraint. Okay, if you are giving the different names, means you should be uh, give the keyword as a foreign key at the table level constraints. Okay, these are all the, you can add n number of tables here, foreign keys. Okay, but you should be create the table before creating the child table. That's it. That is the rule. Okay, this you are clear, right? You are having the relationship with the address, customer and address. Here you are referring the customer ID in the address table. Here it is referring. So again, order table is referring. Okay, product ID is referring. Address ID, address table is referring. So you are defining. You cannot enter the wrong data in the order table. If the any of the table is not having the particular record, means you cannot enter the records here. Okay, you should be enter the proper records. Okay, that is the main intention of constraints. This you are clear, right? Anybody have any doubts in this one? Okay, let me insert the records. Insert into first, which table I need to insert? Either you can insert product table or customer table. You cannot insert the values directly to the address table also, because already you are referring the customer ID here. Okay, next address ID, customer table you can define. Okay, customer ID, customer table values. What are all the columns existed here? Customer ID, customer name. Okay. Instead of giving the, see, anyway it is a primary key, right? Instead of passing the number all the times, you can define the one sequence. Okay. You have that option, right? Create sequence. Try to use the utilize the objects, whatever is existed in the Oracle side. Okay. So that that also you will practice. Sequence of customer, cust ID. What are all the mandatory things? Start from. Start with where let's assume your customer ID will start with 10001. Okay, you can need to add one more thing, increment. I guess this one also will take by default increment. Okay, by default it will take the increment as a 1. This is the mandatory thing. Okay, rest of the columns are your optional. Okay, how you can use the sequence value, sequence dot next value, right? Sequence dot next value or not. The pseudo columns we have to use to retrieve the value of the sequence. Okay, next customer name will be, you can give any names. Next PAN number, new A B C D E 1 2 3 4 7 G. Okay, next UPI, you can give UPI number. This is I have defined as a number, right? UPI number. Yeah, where cut only. Okay, let me give 123 underscore YBL at the rate YBL. Next, what is the field here? Default address. Default address that I can give Puram BLR. Okay, like that you can mention. You can insert. This is independent, so you can add directly here. Okay. Let me add 5 customer details. Okay, Ali Shiva. Okay, I will give same address only, or you can give Mani. Okay, next I will give Vinith. I I will give. Okay, let me give same address only. Next, okay, from Mark. Let me add 2 more customer details here. Okay. Next mark ID. This is 7. Some ABCD. X Y Z. Some results. Okay. I am having the data. Okay, I have inserted the records for the customer table. Go and check the data in the customer table. Okay, there are 7 customers are there. They are from different areas. From Kiarapuram, 3 people are there. From Madiwala, 1 people are there. Marthalli, 2 people are there. Rajadinagar, 1 person is there. Okay, this is independent. This you can give directly. There is no issue with that one. Okay, next, what is the table? Next, address table. Okay, address table means you have to create the, you cannot create the sequence for the address. Why? Anybody tell me? Because the combination is address ID and customer ID. Okay, this is the sequence for the this is the primary key for that. Means it is the composite primary key. So it is address ID is the not the unique one. Address ID plus customer ID will be the unique one. Okay, let me insert the values for that. Insert into, okay, address table. Address spelling correct or not? Okay, address values from the sequence here. Address ID. Okay, address ID you can give one only. Okay, because for customer ID it may get changed. Okay, what are all the customer IDs here? 1001. If you are giving the customer ID this sequence to this one, means what will happen? It will generate the next sequence. It won't consider for the this existing customer detail. So you have to refer this one only. Okay, 1001, 1001, right? 1001. Okay, next address ID, customer ID. Next address type you have to refer, that is billing. Billing. Okay. Next, what is the column? Rest of the things are under your addresses, right? Guys, you should be proactive whenever I'm talking. Okay. Door number, village, mandal, pin. Okay. Door number you can give some 1-1. Mandal is some Puram. Okay. Next, mandal pin number. Okay. Let me give 560067. Not enough values. Puram pin 3. One more record is there. One more column. Door number, village, mandal. One more thing is there. Okay, here you can give some Korean. Okay, now I think this is clear. Okay, so inserted. I am giving the three addresses for the 1001. Okay, so here you cannot give the same combination 1 comma 1001. You cannot give for the address table. You have to give the next sequence. Either you can change this one or this one, but you cannot give that one. Okay, next you can give home address. Okay, you can give some one to just change that one. Okay, or you can change this one as some Madiwala now. Okay, MDW. Okay, let's assume sometimes he is staying in this one. Okay, I am giving three addresses for him. Okay, let me insert that record. This combination should be unique, right? So this I can say some PG address. Okay, or office address. You can mention that one. Okay, some 11 dots. Okay, just you can give ignore that one. This you can, your office also will be there at Madiwala only. Okay, code will be 29. Okay, I am having three addresses for the Ali, one customer. Next customer. So here you can give same number. Okay, for him first address is billing address, next will be home address, next will be office address. Okay, you can maybe okay, this you can consider. Let's change this one as a, for him it's a Marthali. Okay, Marthaldi 56. Okay, for him also having three addresses, you can consider like that. Okay, one he is staying in a home, and this is office address. Okay, just change that one. What is in key constraint? 1002. Okay, I am giving the same numbers here. Okay, here it should be different. Okay, next, like that you can give for other user also. Okay, let me add, this is 3. While inserting the data, you should take care of, otherwise you cannot insert the records. If the values are existed, then only allow, otherwise it won't allow. Okay, let's care from only. All three addresses. Okay, 1003, it is having addresses here. Next 100 here, he is staying in Marthaldi only. Okay, let me give, and next 7 customers are there, right? Guys, today topic is completely this one only. You should be aware of this one. How you can insert the data, how you can fetch the data. I will be give questions, some questions to you. Okay, you can do practice on this one. Okay, next 1005. Actually, you should be do yesterday itself. Rajaji Nagar. I will give for him Marthaldi. This is the home address, and this one will be the office address is Rajaji Nagar. He is staying. Billing address will be this one. Okay, and 6 I will give. Okay, next will be 7th ID. You cannot address the new customer details here. Okay, if you are not having the customer ID in the customer table, you cannot address the records in the address table, right? Guys, are you clear or not? Why I am giving specifically this one? Because you should be having the customer ID in the customer table. Next, product table. Product table is independent, right? Product, insert into product values. Okay, what are all the columns here? Product ID. Okay, for this one you can create the sequence. So each product you will be having some each separate product ID. Okay, so create sequence prod underscore ID. Okay, start with, and you can give some double zero one. Okay, how you can give the value to this one? Dot next value. Okay, next, what all the columns are there in the product table? Product name, unit price, discount. Okay, product name you can consider some pen. Okay, price would be 5 rupees and discount would be some 1 rupee. Okay, 10% you can give or 20% you can give. 20% means what? How much it will come? 4 rupees only. Pen actual price is 5 rupees. If you are giving 20% means it will be 4 rupees only. Okay, same way you can insert the 4 5 items here. Okay, this will be pen, bag. Okay, some pencil, give some 500. Okay, this you can give some 10%. This you can give 0. Okay, there is no discount in this one. Next, what all the compass? Okay, that you can give 65 rupees. Here you can give some 10%. Okay, next, what all the items will be there here? Stationery items, notebook. Okay, that will be some 5 rupees. Will give some 10% discount. Next, eraser. If you give some 5 rupees, there is no discount on that. Okay, you can give product details like this. Okay, I am having the data in the product table also. So let's start from product. Okay, you are having the 6 products. So let's start from customers. Okay, next select start from addresses. Okay, you are having the details. Now you can insert the data for the orders table. Okay, whenever you are doing order, all the times order ID will be generated. Okay, that is the primary key for this one. Okay, let me uh, add this one in the notepad. So all the times I cannot refer this one. Okay, next, first we'll create the sequence value for the order table. Okay, next, create sequence dot order. Guys, go, don't get bored. Actually, it's a very important. Okay, how you are inserting, and after making the relationship, how you are fetching the data, that will be the very important actually. Okay, I want only whoever ordered for Bangalore, Kerpuram. I want only whoever ordered for Marthaldi. That too, how minimum transaction is more than 10,000. Only those, like that you can add n number of questions. Just you can do practice on this one so that you can get the joins, where subqueries, and you can get the you can use the this classes also analytical functions. Okay, like that you can try yourself so that your this valid data will be there. On EMP and EPT you will get only less number of questions. If you are taking example as this table means, you will get more number of questions. Okay, that's why I'm clearly telling what is how the data will be and how the primary keys and everything will work. Okay, and you can try to delete the records, try to insert the records. Okay, that and all your choice. Okay, so that means why I am giving this example means this will be little bit 4 tables. In real time it will be more than 100 tables also. Maybe all the tables are having the relationship with one table, or maybe one to one. Okay, but you will be having more than 100 tables. for each database. That's I'm sure. Whenever you are working with Snowflake or any other databases, na, definitely relations will be there. Physically, if it is not working also, but you will be referring these tables. Okay, that's why I'm telling. I'm taking the time and clearly explaining this topic. Okay. Next, how address table will be address start with 2001. Okay. Okay. How you will access this one by using sequence value. Okay. Insert into orders values. Okay. Dot next value. Okay. This is the order ID. Next, what is my definition? Let me add this one here so that I can easily refer addresses and everything. Next, what is the my product table, order table definition? These are all the columns, right? So I will add here. Okay. Next, I have entered the order ID. Next, customer ID. It should be there in the customer table. Okay. You can take this one. You cannot add the sequence here. Next, product ID. Product ID should be there in the product table. Okay. So just a quick. That's why I asked anybody created and anybody inserted the values means there itself I can tell that one. But you people are not created. Okay. Let's assume he is purchasing some pens. Okay. And when he placed the order, let's give this date some 10 days back. Okay, 10 days back he ordered that one. Okay, that he can give like that. Next, address ID. Here, whenever you are giving this one, okay, you should be consider this customer ID and address ID will be the combination. Okay, let's give it's a one. Okay, means first address where it is the Kerpuram. Okay, here he is giving. Okay, let's give that one address ID. Next, address type is what that you can give or not doesn't matter, but you can give that one. Okay, let's give it is as a billing. Next, quantity how many pens he ordered. Let's assume 100. Next, payment would be some UPI. Just you can give that one. Okay, let me try to insert this value. Yeah, it is not invalid table name. Orders, right? Okay, orders. Let me add many records here. You can add some 50 records or 30 records. You can try to get that one so that you will get some clear picture on these constraints and the queries, everything. Okay, anyway, for order ID, it will be sequence only. Okay, let's assume for first for the 10001 user. Okay, he is purchasing the some bags. Okay, so you need to mention the this one. Okay, same day he is purchasing. Okay, just assume he is placing the order to the different address. Okay, that is home address he is placing that this one pens he placed for the Kerpuram, but bags he placed for the Madiwala. Okay, let's assume like that. Okay, so for that you need to pass the address ID as the 2, and this will be some home address. Okay, actually it is not required, let's give that one. And you can give some he placed only 10 orders. Okay, let's assume he is the cash, he did the payment as a cash, by cash this for this one. Next, same customer. Okay, 1001, he has purchased some notebooks. Okay, say let's assume he did transaction on okay 5 days back. Okay, and that would be he placed the order to the some delivery address is home address. Okay, office address. Okay, notebooks, he placed, assume he placed some 50 notebooks he has placed order. Okay, that you can he made the transaction in UPI mode. Okay, same thing you can consider, and he ordered the erasers also on same day. Okay, address is same. I will ask different questions, guys, on top of this one. Okay, let's. I have placed only for the one customer now. Okay, 3 rows inserted. Next, let me add. Next, I will change the customer. Okay, one instead of 1001, I will make the 1002. This is second customer. Okay, let's assume he will place orders all the items. Okay, that is 1001 already there. This is already there. This he is not there. Okay, and you can give this one as the 4, and this is 5. Okay, okay, this is the same day's transactions he has given. And okay, just you can give some 500, some 50. Okay, some 20. Okay, like that he has inserted the records, he has the place in the orders. Next, 1002, right? 1003. You will get more number of questions to cover all the topics, not only constraint topic. I am telling for functions. Okay, functions means built-in functions, and subqueries, and joins, and analytical functions. All the topics you need to cover in with these 4 tables. Okay, I will give you the questions. You can try yourself. Okay, this assignment I will give you. Just I am showing now only insertion and insertions only. After that, I will pass the questions here, so that you will be get some clear picture for that. Okay, let's only place four orders. We are having few more records for this order tables. Next five, five can add six. This you can add for the seventh customer. Okay. Okay. Now you are having the data in the all the tables. Okay. Okay. You are having data in the all the tables. Okay. Now tell me, I need whoever ordered today their details. I want how I can get that one. What are all the orders they placed and what are all the amount, how much amount they paid. How I can get that one. Guys, am I audible? First thing. Hello. Yeah, I am having data in the orders table. Okay. I want whoever ordered today. I need all the details. Okay, all the details means what are all the products they purchased and how much amount they paid. How much amount they paid means number of units into cost minus discount. Okay, total how much they paid, and I want their customer names and where they place the order. Okay, just you can ignore the address. I want the this data. Except address details, I need all the data. How I can get? Say at least one example. This is one example I'm asking. There are so many questions you can generate with this one, with this data. What I am telling first, okay, whoever ordered today, right? So for that, what you have to do, where you are having the data for today transactions, it is there in the orders table. So you need to mention the orders table, okay? Orders O. So what you have to do, you have to filter the today's records. How you can filter? You are having order date, right? So O dot order date equal to sys date. Okay. Here actually what is there? Sys date means it is containing the what? See, if you are querying means you won't get anything. See why? Because sys date is containing timestamp. So what you have to do? You have to query the date only. Okay, how you can get just by using extract function or by extracting the by using tochar you can get that one. Okay, how you can do that one? Tochar dd mon yy. Okay, same you can apply here as well. Simply by comparing this one you can get that one. Okay, so to care of this one. So now you can able to get the data whoever done the transactions. This you are clear or not? Okay, this many people, this many orders today placed. Okay, if you go and check here, here only with sysdate how many are there? Without, okay, here you are not having the minus one means they are done today only. Okay, you are having this one. I need what? I need accept address, total amount how much they spend on the transactions by each customer. Okay, how you can do customer name you want. Okay, how you can get. Okay, what you can do, this you can take into one with class. Okay, orders today. Orders today, like that you can, just that is your choice. How many ways you want, you can add that one. Okay, orders today, like that you can take all the data and you can keep outside, okay, as a separate table. Next, what is my next? Customer data I need. Okay, where I am having the customer table, customer data, customer table. Okay, you can add here itself if you want. Okay, let me change this one, and here itself you can join customer data means customer. Okay, that is C. What is the join column here? Your foreign keys only will be the joining keys, right? Yes or no? Okay, on. So here you need to give as the join, that is inner join, right? Okay, customer details. C dot cust ID equal to O dot cust ID. Okay, here you have to specify the all order details and customer details. C dot star. Okay, C dot star. O dot customer ID here. Customer, right? What is the problem? Scale not count. Okay, bracket here is there and bracket, okay, comma is there. Okay, you are having this one. What I told, I need customer name and his details. Okay, I don't want all the columns. You can select that particularly whatever you want. Okay, order underscore ID. Next, in this one, customer ID I want. Okay, customer is there in only one table, so customer underscore ID you can give. Next, what I want the product name. Okay, product name is there in the product table, that you can ignore. Just you can select the prod ID. Okay, which is from O dot. Okay, going forward I will add the product table, so just make that one. Okay, next, I will ignore this one. How much quantity? Okay, this is required. Anyway, this is there only in the this table, orders table, so that you can keep. I need customer name. This is my main purpose, to add the customer table. Okay, rest of the things will be, you can ignore now. Okay, so now you are having the customer ID and product quantity and everything. Okay, so to get the how much amount he paid, how you can get, you need to get the product details. If you know the product name and sorry, if you know the product price, then you can able to calculate the values. Okay, so what you have to do, again you need to join this one. Okay, inner join is what, with the product table. Okay, product, that is P. What is the join column here? O dot prod ID, right? O dot prod ID equal to P dot prod ID. Okay, now you can able to get the your product details also. Okay, just simply adding the product name. Okay, prod name, right? That is there in one table. And what is the price? Here we are having the unit underscore price, and you should be you should be having the discount also. After reducing the discount only, you will get the total price. Okay, so now you are having the product name, unit price and discount. If you are having this one means, you will get the total amount how much. Okay, this you are clear or not? how you need to build the queries. Guys, are you understanding or not? Why I am joining? Okay, if you want customer details means you need to add the customer table here itself. Okay, joins you can add n number of tables like this. Okay, no, not only two tables, you can add n number of tables like this. Okay, so just you need to your in this one is you need to add the join conditions. Okay, whatever you are doing the filters and all you can apply later. Okay, now you have the these details. How you can get the final price? Okay, after removing the your discount. Yes or no? How you can do unit price minus discount you have to do, right? Actually discount is in the percentage, right? Percentage means which where it is from the unit price. So how you need to do unit price into 100 minus this will be the final count, final price. Okay, let me add let me query that one. Okay, see 100 minus discount. Okay, wait, unit price is what? 10 500 in 500 10% how much? By 100 again we need to give the 100. So this will be the actual price. Okay, 50 450, right? Not this one. Here you need to give this one. Yeah, five in actually I have given the 500 rupees price for that. In that I am giving the 10% discount. Means five in 500 10% discount means what? 450. 450 the final price for the particular product. So I am having that one. Okay, how much amount you are spending? How you can get? Okay, for this total you have to give into number of products. Okay, here you need to give the quantity, right? How much amount he has spent, you need to give that one also. How you can give? Into quantity. Okay, this much amount he is spending on bags, and on pens he is spending 2000 rupees. For eraser he is spending 350 rupees. For product name he is spending sorry product, for notebook he is spending 3150. Okay, now what I am expecting, how much amount he customer is paying. Okay, that you are doing, that you are calculating each customer. So what are all the things you need to take care here? Okay, if you want to customer bill separately means what you have to do, you have to take separately, you need to do group by customer. Okay, just you can, I will show you how you can do that one. Group customer id. Okay, your customer id is there, right? So you can select that one, and you can select the customer name. Okay, this you can give the final amount. You can give, you have to give the alias name for that if you want to use the scalar queries. Okay, sum of final amount by each customer id. Okay, let me add that one. How you can do the each calculations? You have to do the grouping, right? Yes or no? If you want to do calculations on each customer means you have to do that one. Anyway, customer id and customer name is unique. Okay, just you can select this one. So now you will get the how much Bala is spending on today, how much XYZ spending. Okay, how much Balu is spending. This is only for the today transactions because we are filtering that one inside the query. Anybody have any doubts in this one? Okay. Here I am not asking what are all the products he buy purchased and all. I am not asking. Just how much amount he customer is spending on today. Okay. How much amount customer is spending today? Means for that what you have to do, first you need to filter the today's records, and you have to get the details whatever you want. Okay, so how you can get the calculations, unit price, and you need to consider the discount. From that again you need to do the multiplications. They are purchasing number of products. Okay, so you need to do the calculation, multiply with quantity, and you will get the final amount for each product. Again on top of that you have to do sum for that. Then only customer wise you can get the how much they are spending, that you can get. Okay, in this manner you have to do analyze and you have to write the queries. Okay, I will give you few questions. Okay, try to try yourself to write the queries and all. Okay, I want who is spending more than 50,000 today. How I can get? Can anybody tell me? On top of this question only, simple, just changing the one class. How I can get the who is spending more than 50,000 today? For hmm? Where salary now? Where is the salary column here? Check constraint. Check constraint where you can use. That will be in only DDL. This is select class. You cannot add constraints in the select classes and all. That will be only limited to customer this table definitions only. After that, you cannot use that any of that constraints and all. Okay, just constraint whatever you are defining as a primary keys for foreign keys, that will be used as a join columns normally. Okay, if whether constraint are defined or not, but you need to refer that foreign keys mandatory. That is the relationships. If you are having the relationship means that is the join columns by default in every place. Okay, let it be that one. I want who is spending more than 50,000 today. In this data, if you are able to filter who is spending more than 50,000, that is okay, right? That will be fine, right? How you can do that one? Hmm. What you have to do? After grouping, if you want any filter means what you have to use? Having class. Okay, having same thing. Having sum of more than 50,000 means you will get right. See, you will get only whoever spending the more than 50,000 amount. Those things you are getting. Simple. Just you have to clear with each and every class. That's it. Okay. For that you have to do these are all the calculations. Okay. This order ID. This and all is your choice internally. What are all the fields you are selecting? But for your reaching your questions, what are all the things required? Customer name required. Even customer ID also not required. Okay. I am not asking customer ID. I want customer name. Okay, just you can ignore this one also. But you should be having product ID and all. Just I need calculations only this one. Even these things also for me not required. Unit price you can add in the here itself, not required for me. Product name also not required. Customer name required because I'm selecting that one. Quantities and all here you are calculating already. Even product ID not required. Okay. Just you can select the customer name and final amount on each spend. Just I am filtering the today's records, just checking the data. Okay, now I can able to get that one. That's it. Okay, I will give you many questions on this one. You can do practice yourself. Okay, if you are clear with these questions, that's it. Okay, I think you will clear all the SQL questions, SQL queries. Okay, I want 5 days back whoever purchased. How I can get 5 days back or 3 days back? I want. How I can do? How I can get the details? Simply here by changing this one. Okay, customer 3 days back. Okay, less than 3 days back means you have to specify the less than. Okay, just you can specify the minus. That's it. Okay, 3 days back, whoever purchased those details you will get by the customer date. Okay, these are all the people purchased amount. Okay, like that you have to do. What it will do? 3 days back transactions it will filter order date. Okay, automatically it will group the particular amounts. That's it. Okay, anybody have any doubts? Everybody is clear, right? I will give you some questions on these tables. Okay, I will ping you this insertion and everything. Just do concentrate on these questions. You will be clear to writing the queries and all. Okay, next, let's assume already I am here. I am having data in the table. I want to add one more constraint. How you can do? Yes, if you are doing the adding the if you are changing the any definition of the table means you have to use alter command. Okay, let's assume already you are created the tables. After that you want to apply. How you can do with the alter table. Okay, let's add this one. Select star from P1. I don't want to disturb these tables. Okay, I want to add this one. Drop table P1. Okay, why I could not able to delete the records, delete the table? Anybody tell me? I am trying to drop the table, but I cannot able to drop the table. Yeah, T1 table is referring in somewhere. That's why I am not able to delete that, drop the table. Even not only delete, you cannot drop the table also. If you are having the any relationship with the other tables. Okay. So here itself you are getting the result, the query. Okay. See what are all the tables we are added on top of this table T1. Okay. Just you can mention that T1. Okay. See, I am referring user constraints. Okay, this is double quotes cave. Actually, that will be single quotes. All constraint table. Okay, all constraint table are user constraints and all constraints are used. Normally, DBA constraints will be the regular table. Okay, so it is referring in it on top of this one. It is having the constraint table. Okay, where it is referring. Constant type, it where it is referring then. Yesterday I have created, right? Wait. Yeah, anybody yesterday's class. Where I am referring T1 table. I am referring in tab childhood table. Why I am not able to get that one? I should get where I am referring the tables. For that, actually, we are having one dictionary where and all we are referring the tables. Okay, DBA constant. Let me check that. Tab underscore child. Here you are getting only primary case, sir. Constraint of is R. R means references, which is from. How I can get that one? R1 R61. Which table? For that, actually, we are having separate table references, which I will tell you. DBA tables where table name equal to like foreign which we don't have reference. Yes, these are all the not the original tables. Apply constraint columns. There is a one table to get the relationships and all. Okay, if you go and check this one, here you can come to know that what are all the defined tables and all. Okay, what is your table? If it is stored means you can able to see that one table properties. Okay, normally this one if you open that F4 you are using means you will get the dependency tables normally. But no SQL developer, I don't think so. We'll see. T1 where we are having T1 table. See here column. These are all the columns. Statistics dependencies. Okay. Like this you will get the. Okay. Let me open that one. Test. Let me open T1. Okay. Here you will get the dependencies. Okay, T1 is depending on. Let me open this dependencies. Actually, it should show that one dependencies. Actually, our table is depending on tab child 2 is depending on T1, right? It should show here tab underscore child to means it will show the T1 references which keyword it is showing. Maybe it is reference owner is this only. Okay, if you are using different schema, then it will show this one. And what are all the conditions? Okay, what are all the columns you are referring? What is the primary key, reference name and reference key name, everything, reference type, reference either using references or any other type, that and all it will show normally. Here I don't know why I am not getting this one. This should get actually. Our table dependencies on T1. What are all the tables we are defined? Okay, that and all will comes here. Okay, count statistics. Constraint is okay, but you should get that one also. Dependencies here. Dependencies means what all the tables are you are referring that one. That you should get here. I don't know. See constraint name only foreign key you are defined. Okay. Okay. You need to remove that dependencies. Then only you can able to drop the tables. Okay. Otherwise you cannot able to drop the tables. Let me create one table. Create some pt1. Okay. And which is having a is the number column and b is the number column. I want to add the primary key after creating the table. How I can add? I want to add the new columns. Means how you can add? Simply alter command, right? Yeah, same way you can use the alter command for adding the constraints. Okay, if you are touching the table means you need to do modifications with alter command. If you are doing DML operations, then you will go for the insert, update, delete. Otherwise, it will be it's a physical change in your table definition. Okay. So for that you have to add. I want to primary key for the table one, table TT1 for the column A. So how you can add primary key. Okay, primary space key of column A. Like that you can add. Okay, table is altered. Now go and check the table definitions. Okay, TT1 you can check. You will see the primary key. Earlier it is not there. We have not defined, right? So now you can able to. Same way you can add any n number of even references keyword also. Okay. Let me create same type another table that is TT2. Okay, I want to add references keyword for that. How we can add? See, whatever you are applying that constraints, right? After changing this one, that will be applicable on table level, not on the column level. Column level means we have to define at the time of table creation only. If you are giving like this means that will be column level only, table level only it will apply. Okay, just for your understanding, I'm telling. Okay, I want references. Okay, as a foreign key, that is column A, references pt1 of A. Okay, you can add that one. Table tt1 is altered. Oh, sorry, I need to add this tt2, right? So you can add that one. foreign key of A references tt1 of A. What happened? tt1 is there, right? You need to add the primary key for that. Okay. Next we have created the tt2 table. Let's create. For this one I need to add the foreign key as a column and references to the particular first table column. Okay. Yeah, tt2 is altered. You can add any constraint this one. You want to make B is the not null column. How you can do? Simply alter table. This not null column you can apply on column level, right? So for that you can add the B not null simply. It will apply. So now this will become not null. What is happening? You have to specify. Okay, if you are using add and column name directly means it will apply the add the column. Okay, not add modify B as null. If you are doing at column level means you have to use the modify. If you are using at add means that is at table level. Okay, I want this is primary. I want to add primary key at column level. How we can add? Simply by changing the modify a. This I want to make as the primary key. Okay, remove extra primary key. Already it is there. That's why it is showing that one. T2. Okay, tt2 is altered. Okay, if you want to if you want to make the primary key as a column level means you have to use the keyword called modify. If you want to add uh, uh, constraint at the table level means you have to use keyword called add. Okay, is this clear, guys? Okay, I want to add on delete cascade for this one. How I can add? Already you are having the primary key and all. Okay, I want to add on delete cascade. How I can do? No, 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 no. We cannot do that one. On delete cascade will be applied in the master table definition. Okay, sorry, child table definition, right? So that you can make and it will be modified because already it's existed. Okay, modify on delete cascade. On which column? With references. And I am also not right. Okay, just you can use the on delete cascade. You need to specify the primary keys of tt1 of a column. Okay, just try yourself. I guess here we need to pass modify, that is I'm sure. Okay, try yourself, you can get that one. Okay, how you can add the on delete cascade to the table? Google, you can get that one. Okay, like this you can try and you can do. Anybody have any doubts till now? The extra topic is only this one, alter adding the constraint to the existing tables. If you have data, you cannot add the constraints. Okay. For that, what you have to do? Hmm, you need to think alternative. Whether you will copy the data into some other table, and after creating the tables, you can insert the data like that. You can think, and we are having one more option. Okay. Uh, we can disable the constraints. Okay, how you can disable? Okay, alter table name, disable disable all constraints. Okay, disable constraints. 1 minute. How to disable the constraints? These are all actually DBA work. Just you can remember that one. If you want to add bulk data, okay, what people will do? People will disable the constraints and triggers. Then they will insert the data into the table, bulk loading and all. If simple records and all means they will insert manually. If you are having constraints or triggers means what will happen now, for each and every record it will check. It will take lot of time to insert the records if you are having the inserts and all, constraints and all. So people what it will do, they will disable the constraints and they will do the insert. After that they will enable. If there are having any duplicates and all means, again there will be some deletion or something you need to take care that one. Just I'm explaining for your understanding purpose. I'm telling how people will do the constraint all. Particular table means you have to query the all constraints whatever is there from the DBA constraint table, and you will make the disable. Okay, how you can do that? We'll see. Dropping means alter table, drop constraint. That's it. Okay, alter table, disable constraint. If you want, you can specify constraint name. Okay, table name, constraint, alter table. Okay, you have to specify alter table name, constraint name. You have to specify here. Okay, constraint name means if you are giving the names and all means you will get. Otherwise, you need to query from the table dictionary. Okay, table dictionary means what? Select the star from DBA underscore constraints where table underscore name equal to let's take one. Like that, you need to query externally. From this one, you need to copy the constraint name and you can disable that one individually. Disable constraint. Okay, how you can able to delete disable that constraint. Valid name TT1, right? Okay, constraint and Okay, table TT1 is altered. Okay, like that you can disable the other constraint. Okay, anybody have any doubts in this one? You can try yourself. Disable, enable, and how to drop. Okay, dropping means simply alter table drop constraint. Okay, alter table drop constraint. Okay, you can specify the keyword here. Okay, drop constraint name. That's it. You will able to drop that one. Okay, actually here net existing constraint. Okay, after constraint name. Yeah, correct only. What happened? TT1 this should be. Okay, table is altered. Like that you can try yourself. All the operations. How we can add, how we can modify, how you can add the multiple columns to the table. Okay, not only primary key, foreign key, you can add all the constraints. Not null and not null, unique queue, check constraint, everything you can try yourself. Okay. Anybody have any doubts? Today's class? Nothing I told. Only alter comments only I try I told. Just okay, rename. Table renaming. Can anybody tell me already you people know, right? Hmm? Rename. Alter table means you can able to do only the column name rename. But I want to change the table name. How I can do it? Rename old table name to new column. Okay, tab underscore table. This is wrong. Table rename. Okay, simple. Rename is a keyword. Old table name to new table name. That's it. If you are constraint, you want to change the constraint name from this table to okay. Okay, let me change that one. Okay, now TT1 will not be there because already we have changed it, right? So you can go and check this one. You will be having tab underscore T1. Okay, this already there. Okay, let me take this constraint name. I want to give myself as a separate name. Okay, simply you can give alter table. Table name is what? Tab underscore T1. Okay, and my I want to change the rename constraint. Even I never tried that one. Rename constraint to I want to give this one as the some primary key. Okay, pk underscore. Okay, fk. Okay, this is foreign. It's primary key, right? So pk underscore tab t1. Okay, like that I am giving. That will allow. Table one is altered. Okay, means if you go and check now, this constraint name will be the pk underscore t1. That's it. Okay. Anybody have any doubts? Just you can explore this one. How you can add the what I told. How you can add the on delete cascade null on delete cascade on delete set null on delete cascade. How we can do? Okay. Anybody have any doubts today's class? Hmm? I should from everybody. I will give few questions. I will give few questions on this on the order table. You will be able to write the queries for that. Okay. We are having very big table now. Okay, orders table. Here you can add n number of questions and you can try yourself. I want only whoever ordered the home address. How you can get? Hmm. Like that you can build yourself the questions and all. Try to query the data accordingly. Okay, I will give you a few questions on this one. Okay, let me close my class. Okay. Again, I'm asking anybody have any questions?